Hello, Brett. My name is Sarah Chappell, and I'm here with my classmates Juliana Divas, Marina Hoyle, and Destiny Weiner. We would like to thank you for listening to our presentation this afternoon. We will be presenting the change plan we have developed for the Las Vegas Lights. The Las Vegas Lights Football Club is a professional soccer league founded by Brett Lashbrook in 2018. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the team's ticket sales were negatively affected because of statewide restrictions on live entertainment that were put in place to mitigate the spread. The issue we would like to address in today's presentation is the team's lack of social media engagement since the pandemic. Upon reviewing the team's social media accounts, it is evident that the marketing team is struggling with follower engagement on their posts. Inconsistent and unengaging posts can be detrimental to the brand name. The Las Vegas Lights should be taking advantage of their social media platforms to market the brand and bring more publicity to the team. This could result in increased brand recognition and increased ticket sales. The issue that the Las Vegas Lights have been faced with is a lack of social media engagement and awareness. To resolve these issues, we suggest implementing an internship program with CSN students who are skilled and enrolled in marketing to post entertaining content and more frequently on the Las Vegas Lights social media accounts. With more posts, users will follow, like, and share the posts, leading to more publicity and higher engagement for the Las Vegas Lights. Co-founder and CEO of Southern Elegance Candle, Deshaun Russell, claims our social media makes us a lot of money. We went from doing maybe $20,000 to $30,000 a month just posting pretty images to well over $100,000 a month now simply by engaging more people. According to Cotter, the first step in Cotter's 8-step model for organizational change is to increase urgency. Cotter asserts that the best approach for creating urgency is by building a case for change, identifying the sources of complacency, and clarifying the roles of leaders in implementing the change initiatives. Brett must identify the sources of complacency by benchmarking the target goals against the competition. Clarifying the roles that the marketing team will fulfill will help provide the necessary guidance for the CSN marketing interns. Stephanie Overby, a business writer, asserts that in order to create urgency, the message should be made personal. She goes on to say, paint a picture for the employees of how the conditions may impact their work and jobs negatively if not done, and how it can enrich their jobs when the situation is dealt with successfully. Signs that the urgency has been created is successfully gaining rational and emotional buy-in from the team. Be aware of complacency coming from the team members. Complacent employees become disengaged. Brett should create a guiding team that will help drive the change initiatives forward. According to our textbook, The Heart of Change Field Guide, the key roles identified by Cotter for forming the guiding team includes the sponsor, senior guiding team, field guiding teams, and change teams. Brett would be the team sponsor responsible for creating a team that will be motivated to act and initiate the change. Peter Russo, Chief Financial Officer, has an immense amount of influence and authority to develop and implement a budget for marketing. The CSM Marketing Director would help guide Brett and engage with his marketing and communications team during the change process. The change team would be comprised of College of Southern Nevada senior marketing student interns. Once the right people have been engaged, setting clear term team goals and developing a climate of trust and commitment should follow. If the right people are engaged, the team will be comprised of individuals who understand the initiative, goals, and have a strong sense of commitment to the change effort. According to the Human Tech Ergonomics YouTube video, Cotter identifies 3 types of people who may hinder change attempts. They are the people with big egos, reluctant players, or snakes. The best thing to do is to get rid of those people. A challenge associated with this step is identifying the right people for the job due to the small number of employees. COVID-19 cutbacks reduce the team further. Brett should work on building teamwork, trust, and commitment with his team as well as help keep them motivated. Next, Brett and the senior management team will develop a change vision that is futuristic, compelling, and realistic. The vision statement we developed for the Las Vegas Lights is to establish the Las Vegas Lights FC as a prominent source of entertainment in Las Vegas by becoming an elite contender in every game season, offering an entertaining and fun experience for the Las Vegas locals, and increasing team recognition and ticket sales as a result. Letting go of old ways to envision change can be challenging in this step. It is now time to communicate the change vision to all stakeholders. Weekly Zoom meetings will allow for a continuous dialogue with stakeholders on the purpose of the change, the benefits and the implications of the change, and how to act in support of the change. After these Zoom meetings, a survey will be sent out for feedback on how the stakeholders are feeling overall about the change. If stakeholders buy in, Cotter claims there will be minimum resistance to change and belief in the change effort. Cotter also states that some challenges to look out for in this step are information overload, sending inconsistent messages, and resistance to change. Welcoming innovation is a huge part of Step 5. The Las Vegas Lights welcoming a new internship program for their social media is important to overcoming barriers. Acknowledging concerns that stakeholders may have is vital. Overcoming the barriers and acknowledging the barriers are the optimal outcomes and challenges associated with this step. The Las Vegas Lights is a small organization, but with the implementation of the internship program, the organization will grow to ensure their social media does as well. Since the Las Vegas Lights organization is small, they do not possess social media marketing skills that the CSN interns can bring. Resistance within the organization can be detrimental, so this is something to be aware of and to address head-on. According to Nancy Dearman with Forbes, she explains, leaders at all levels are needed to overcome barriers and reach goals. Empowering and enabling employees and interns within the Las Vegas Lights organization is crucial to success with this step. The Las Vegas Lights will create short-term wins by implementing the marketing internship program with CSN. During this time, there will be workshops to identify short-term wins, and the interns will begin posting regularly. The short-term wins will include a successful home opener game on July 10th, an increase in likes and shares on Instagram by 35%, an increase in Twitter retweets by 25%, and 200 new followers every month. After obtaining these short-term wins, all will be motivated and confident to continue implementing the internship program. Also, the Las Vegas Lights will have more publicity and popularity throughout the valley. At these times, things do not always go as planned, such as failing to achieve a short-term win. And these times, Cotter explains that it is vital to identify what exactly led to the failure and find ways to navigate the issue at hand without laying blame. Another key element of how this step can be faced with challenges is if short-term wins are overlooked to make way for long-term wins instead. Without short-term wins, such as higher likes on Instagram, the momentum may be lost when trying to achieve long-term wins. In this step, Cotter asserts that it is not time to let up. The best way to approach this step is to leverage the momentum gained from the short-term wins and to not declare victory prematurely. Brett will want to continue to monitor the changes being made to the social media platforms by the marketing manager and the CSN marketing interns. Aligning the right people for the job is critical and maintains the momentum. By asking for feedback, Brett can ensure that the changes are effective and are reaching all levels of the organization. An indicator that the step is being achieved is by leaders actively monitoring and measuring the progress of change. Time and effort is being allocated to help further develop and support those actively involved with the change efforts. Key leaders will demonstrate that there is a continuing focus on achieving the goals. This will promote an unwavering effort towards sustaining a high level of performance. Some things to consider during this step is that key leaders may not always be available to hold necessary meetings to check in on the progress being made. Brett will have to divide his time and attention among other change efforts in the organization. Resources for the marketing department may end up being used elsewhere. When those challenges arise, Brett and key leaders should remain committed and focused to the change effort. Now that the new behaviors have been adopted, we want to ensure that they stick in the long run. The way this can be achieved is by the leaders, in this case Brett and the marketing leaders, modeling the new behaviors themselves. Positive new behaviors demonstrated by the team should be recognized and rewarded. Lastly, Brett may need to initiate necessary turnover of those who do not model the new behaviors that support the new vision. The goal is for the new behaviors to become ingrained in the organizational culture. If Cotter's 8-step model is working, we will be able to feel and see that the change is sticking. A new culture will emerge, one where the team is motivated to sustain the new changes and the team has embedded the change behaviors as part of what they do. Making the changes stick is challenging. Keep in mind that culture resists change. The lead author and editor of the Change blog asserts that culture rests upon deep-seated beliefs and values. Changing those can cause friction and cause employees to resist change. Values persist and resistance may arise to the change effort. This challenge can be overcome by Brett ensuring the managers and employees see the benefits of making changes to the social media platforms. In conclusion, the Las Vegas Lights is a team that deserves all of Las Vegas's support and more. Social media is an efficient and effective way of marketing the team to gain more support in Las Vegas and around the world. By implementing CSN marketing interns, the Las Vegas Lights could see a substantial increase in their social media following and engagement. This could result in increased brand recognition and increased ticket sales. Thus, we strongly encourage Brett Lashbrook to implement CSN marketing interns to improve the Las Vegas Lights social media marketing. We wish Brett and the Las Vegas Lights a successful soccer season. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Viva Lights!